finally, Dan from Save the Planet.
Don't prepare notes, so I'm just going to speak to you from the heart of a young Australian of this community. Of my family background, I've got a lot of Irish in me. They were escaping the famine and the persecution in the English in the 1840s, 1860s, and ended up here at the Bendigo IPTV. I've got a bit of Lebanese in me. That came from Catholics escaping persecution under the Ottoman Empire in the late 1890s. I've got people who are peasants off the farms in England who are escaping the oppression and the lack of freedoms in that country in the industrialisation and landscape of England in the 1860s. It came here to Bendigo as well. I don't reckon any of them had visas. I reckon any of them had papers, and they've all contributed to making this country the sort of country that other people want to get to. Do unto others as you'd have done. I know if I was being persecuted in my country, I'd like another country to open their good arms. Our solution needs to deal with the fact that people are being exploited by people smugglers. Our solution needs to deal with the fact that people are dying at sea trying to get here. The way that we can go about that is actually setting up an Australian immigration office in Indonesia. People who are arriving there can hand their papers in for initial assessment. Then they get a flight to Australia. It's a lot cheaper than trying to police them overseas in the way that we're doing it now. Those people, there's no people smugglers, there's no people dying at sea. Those people are processed in the community, and I've been lucky enough to see leadership shown in my own community from people who stand up and take refugees into their own home because they're able. And we're all able. How many people have spare beds and spare rooms in their house? How much extra food do we have on our tables each night? Those people are processed in the community under a humanitarian visa. They have the same rights under Centrelink as anyone else. The children go to school and they're not in detention. They're not suffering their mental health issues. More than 90% of people who come by boat are proven to be genuine refugees. Those people start contributing to our economy. There's community groups that are being used to help them teach English, get them job ready for the Australian job market, and they can work, if possible, and get themselves off welfare. Start creating small businesses that employ people and their family members. Those children go to school, those children continue to be assimilated, the normal checks happen, they're living in community. At the end of that time period, after 2 years, the humanitarian visa's up, they've already either gone home because they're found not to be a genuine refugee, or they are a genuine refugee, they're staying in this country, and they're an Australian permanent resident. They can work, they're access to all the normal healthcare rights of any other Australian. That's my solution, that's what I'm standing for, and I want to welcome these people into my house and my country.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you to each of the candidates for your opinions on refugee policy.